Yes, sir. What is good, everybody? You know what time it is. It is MoSports TV on Valentine's Day. Oh, wow. We coming different today, for real, for real. So we got an action-packed episode. We're going to recap the Super Bowl. We got Andy B with us for the first time at MoSports TV. Our young boy has been working hard. I'm happy to have my boy here for the first time. He deserves it. He deserves to be here for sure. I'm with Big Meech. I'm with Matt Chi.
Yes, sir.
But most importantly, we got a very, very special guest, rookie cornerback from the Los Angeles Chargers, former Wake Forest cornerback, former Brick Dragon, local boy, Jahsir Taylor. What's up, baby?
How y'all doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh man, thank you for coming on, brother. It's an honor and a privilege to have a local legend like you on, brother.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah,
A lot
man.
of questions too. We were cooking up, thinking about all the things to ask you, bro. Everyone had something to give on this one, so I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. And chat,
If y'all have any questions, make sure to drop them.
For real.
Make sure to drop them.
Good questions.
And yeah, good questions. No BS. No BS. We're not playing.
Yeah.
But all right. We want to
get into it,
things
Matt.
off.
Yeah,
Let's
kick it
do
off. You can
Let's
kick
do
it off.
All right, Jahsir. So, a lot of people want to know your first season in the NFL. What was your biggest takeaway from your rookie year?
Shit, you got to bring it every day. No matter who you line up against, there's an opportunity that it could expose you. There's a lot of guys in this league that people don't know about, people know about, and everybody is talented. They all have special traits, and if you come to a game lacking some, come to practice lacking some, you get passed up, exposed, and you just got to be on your shit every game.
Yeah. Is one play all it takes, too? You know, if somebody, it shows out on a big play like that, all of a sudden eyes are on you?
Yeah, for the most part, one play does a lot, good or bad.
Okay. And, already a fan question. Who is the toughest matchup you had in your first season?
Toughest matchup, Jerry Jeudy. He gave me some sauce. Sauce that game, Jerry Jeudy.
All right.
His footwork is nice.
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Yeah, he's
Fast
crazy.
as hell, too.
Yeah, and he set up his route so well. Credit to him, man.
Shout out to Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
All right, so let's counter that question. Was there any quarterbacks that like you were like, damn, like this guy's tough? Like, is there any quarterbacks you had to go against?
Shit, we played
In your whole
Patrick
career?
Mahomes twice.
Yeah.
I wasn't out there on defense as much, but studying film and breaking him down, oh my God, like he's talented. He extends plays. His arm talent is crazy. He's smart and he can move with the ball. So definitely Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
That's fire.
I mean,
That's
how
fire.
could you see him this past week? It's
tough
it's
not
hard.
to-
It's hard to
Yeah.
discredit Bull now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for
Man.
sure. I got another question for you. Who is your favorite teammate so far during your NFL career? Like, is there anybody that took you under the wing, a vet by any chance or anything like that?
Shit, all the DBs, man, all the veteran DBs, they do a real good job of introducing the rookies, bringing us in. I felt like a little brother to all of them. Derwin James,
Okay.
Asante Samuel, J.C. Jackson, Michael Davis, just those guys, man. I mean, I hear stories about rookies coming into the league, how it's hard. They got to do all these rookie duties and stuff. Man, my DBs, they showed love. I was just so grateful I had them around. I got to learn a lot from them, hang out with them, just build bonds, have talks about football, things off the field too, man. Those are my guys, and it really made this season enjoyable. I mean, a lot of rookies talk about how long the first year is, but shit, I wish that shit would kept going, man. I enjoyed myself. I never wanted that shit then.
So Asante is another guy that's super young. Do you guys kind of look at each other as like, yo, we're the young core of this, group, and it's our job to kind of lead the pack of what's coming next for the Chargers?
Yeah, Zont has a great mindset, man. I mean, it was only his second year, but he's out there looking like a vet. I mean, we're around the same age and stuff, so I'll be asking him for tips. He's like, you big bro, man, we the same age. Like, you can help me out too. Like, he real cool, real smooth. That's my dog, and he got that dog in him.
Dope. I got a rookie question for you. Did you ever have to pay for a team dinner at all, or a DB dinner of any of that sort?
See, I told you I had a good group, man. I didn't have to pay for rookie dinner. I
Yeah.
mean, they've been hinting at it all year because you see it on Instagram. Other teams doing it. They're like, man, we need a rookie dinner. We never actually got around to it, so I got lucky.
Blessed.
Nice,
Blessed.
nice.
Another one coming in from Nico. What's going on, Nico? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Ask him about the difficulty transitioning from college to the
I was
league.
about to ask him that too.
Difficulty. I don't know. It's a lot of carryover, honestly, especially going to Wake Forest and stuff. I mean,
You feel like that prepared you well for kind of the speed of the NFL? Because I feel like that's what we hear a lot of guys say.
Yeah,
is
how
that when you
fast
go
is
to
the
the NFL,
transition?
everything is just so much faster.
Yeah.
I mean, training camp, you get a glimpse of that, and then the preseason games, you get a little glimpse of that. But it's really nothing that can simulate the speed of it. Because those quarterbacks, the receivers, everybody's in beat, like on tune. The toughest thing is like alignments, where your eyes are. Like these quarterbacks are dicing you up pre-snap, and before you even know it, they already know where they're going with the ball. So like little things like that. I wouldn't necessarily say the game speed, just the mental thing in between snaps that is really different.
You ever have to like find yourself kind of going kind of improv almost, like you see a quarterback reading your guys' defense, you're like, oh man, I have to act on this before the play starts? Because you're saying you see them kind of reading it. I know in your head you're like, oh man, we have to prepare as well.
Yeah, halfway during the season, we do like a little self scouts just to pick up tips that if we were scouting ourselves, what we pick up, and just little things I've seen in my game that I tip of, like when I'm blitzing or when I'm playing off, when I'm playing zone. So getting that report and learning those things, I kept a conscious mind when I'm out there to maybe do the opposite or switch it up sometimes, not always play press when I'm about to bail out or something like that. So just doing self scouts on yourself is really important.
Awesome. Awesome. Andy B, you got anything you want to
I had a question. You are the from what we read, you are the all-time career career plays leader at Wake Forest, games leader. It says you played 5 years.
Yeah.
What from all of that, from playing as many games as you did, what could you have carried over from a pretty good school? Wake Forest is an ACC school. Is there any moments in college that you look back on now and you say, well, that's the play that kind of prepared me for where I am now?
I would compare my journey and how my college career went to my league experience. I mean, coming in early as a freshman, I had guys that were in front of me, and I just had to find my way on the field somehow. And then I really didn't really start until maybe my senior year of college. I really had 2 years underneath my belt starting. So really just staying positive. There's a lot of guys transferring in and out. I felt like I could play as soon as I got there, but just really stand down till I came up, to be honest, just learning from the guys in front of me. And same thing at the league, man. I got drafted late in the draft. So I'm going to be behind guys who are already there. And I just had that mindset where I had to make an impact anyway, special teams, show out in training camp, the preseason games, and just wait my turn. There's no rush. I'm out here in the NFL living my dream, whether that's running down on kickoff, starting against the Dolphins. Like I'm soaking it all in. And when my time comes, I'm ready to make the most of it. So I really just always look back at my college career and put that to this journey.
Love it. Love it. So, do you have any passions outside of football? I know you stream on Twitch. You could plug that in, by the way. Do you have any passions outside of football that you plan on doing whenever this career ends?
Yeah, I play the game a little bit. So all season I've been throwing up some streams on Twitch, seeing how I feel about that. I'm starting to like that a little bit more, but this off season is really the time where I really get to figure out who I am. I mean, I wake up with nothing on my schedule, so I really get to find out what I like to do, the different things I like to explore. So I've been getting into that stuff lately since the season's been over. Been to a couple art museums, just intrigued about that stuff, playing video games, getting out in nature, man. I'm always in the house or at practice, so just getting out.
Awesome.
I live in Cali, so this beautiful weather, but
Oh,
I really haven't figured it out what I want to do after all of this is over.
Interesting.
Awesome.
We got another question coming in from our guy Jack. Who was the first guy you saw in person and you were like, oh my God, like I'm on the same field with him right now?
Shit. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. We played them first preseason game, I believe. I was like, damn, like they big as fuck. Like I seen them in person. I was like, yo, they big as fuck. I mean, even when we had joint practices against like the Cowboys, that's a big team. Dak was out there, Zeke, CD, their safeties are big. Everybody's big. And I've come from college watching these guys. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And then another person was Tyrann Mathieu when we played against them in the preseason game against the Saints. Like I was texting my group chat like, yo, Tyrann Mathieu out here. Like just guys that I used to watch and study. It's amazing to see.
Amazing.
And I mean, Aaron Donald, the first thing that comes to my mind if I saw him in person is just like the thought that this guy trains with knives. So like, I don't like,
I'm not messing with him.
yeah, that's a big dude. All right, another fan question coming in. Did you have kind of a welcome to the NFL moment?
Welcome to the NFL. Shit. I got a tough one. I mean, end of the year. Like I said, Jerry Jeudy was the toughest guy I went against. I mean, I started that game at nickel. It was one route he didn't even get the ball, but he had me on the other side of the field. I was like, damn. Everybody on the sideline saw it. And he's like, yep, that's Jeudy. I guess that was my welcome to the NFL moment now that I look back at it. And he called a deep ball on me, so like just realizing. I mean, I was playing well up into that game, I feel like. And I guess I got complacent and shit. He let me know you can't slack. So
Hey, but then again, we were talking about that game earlier. You were a part of the play, and you had said special teams that you wanted to be a part of that any way you could kind of get your foot on the field. You were a part of the play that won the game. So, I guess in the end you got yours, right?
Yeah, that was the first time around. That moment was crazy. I mean, I was just busting my ass all night on special teams. I had two former teammates at Wake Forest that played for the Broncos, so I was a little amped up. I was going against one of them early on in the game on punt, and he was talking, so I was amped up, and I finally made a play to win the game, and that was exciting.
That's fire. That's fire. Meech, you got anything?
Yeah, coming out of high school, what out of all of the choices of college made you choose Wake Forest?
Yeah, I was committed to Temple going into my senior year. Only had two offers, which was Wake and Temple. So senior year, I was pretty set by going to Temple. Then late December, I was sitting out a week, senior night. We had playoffs next week. I was a little banged up, so I sat out. In the middle of practice, I get like a DM from Wake Forest. Never heard of Wake Forest. Honestly, thought it was fake. I was doing my research. I'm like, whatever. So then, like the next week, they flew in. They wanted to see me play. They was talking highly of me. But I sat out that game, so they came back the next week in the playoffs, and we played against kind of like my hometown, Neptune. I used to play Pop Warner there, so that was a big game. We played them in playoffs. Wake Forest was out there. They got word of it. They was talking junk, talking about I'm about to take your offer, blah, 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 blah. But the whole twist about it, I never seen myself playing defense. I always wanted to play offense. I was going to Wake to play offense. And the Wake Forest coach was like, yeah, we want you to play DB. And, of course, that game in the playoffs, I caught an interception. And then it was up from there, man. They gave me an offer. Then I went to an official visit there. I didn't even take an official to Temple. Fell in love with it, and the rest is history.
Wow.
That's what's up.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
That's what's up.
We're getting more comments asking here's Carol saying hi from Brick. They just want to say how proud they are of you over there. And another one, I was talking about being a small town guy. What do you still take with you from being from Brick into your big NFL career?
Yeah, no matter your position, like where you're at on the depth chart, where you're at locally on the map, like your story could be heard any way possible. And I'm always trying to make an impact no matter where I'm at. And a lot of people in my area, like when you're good at high school football, you go play for the private schools. I mean, I honestly wanted to get it out of Brick, let people know that no matter where you are, you can shine, get some offers, and really bring light to Brick Township.
Dope. I got a question for you. Who is your childhood inspiration? Who is your childhood favorite player? Like, who did you grow up watching that you were just in love with as far as their gameplay and who they are?
Yeah, Mike Vick.
Okay.
Yeah, Vick, that's my guy. He made me an Eagles fan back then.
Yeah, what was it like Madden? What? Like
05? Yeah, 04.
I mean, if you were playing with that, like you were an automatic Mike Vick.
Absolutely.
Come on.
He's a cheat code in that damn game.
Ridiculous.
Oh my boy.
That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Any other fan questions?
Let's see. Oh, what show are you binge watching right now?
The good one.
Is a good
Ooh.
brought out there. A lot of good shows right now.
Use back.
Yeah, I just started You again. I haven't really been watching shows lately. I turn it on and fall asleep. But I've been watching You. What did I watch recently? Yeah. I don't know. I'm watching You right now. Yeah.
Okay, got a question from Elijah here. I'm local to LA, and I'm wondering how we can get these Chargers a bigger fan base.
I'm wondering the same thing. This is my first year. I guess we knew in LA they don't mess with us. They like the Rams. But I guess we got to keep winning more games, and hopefully that fan base goes up.
That's what it usually comes down to, man. You know, whoever's winning at the time, those children of that era of that team winning is going to be the future fan base of that, you know, when they grow up. So you just got to win, you know. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, you guys
And
made
y'all
the
doing
playoffs,
that. Y'all winning.
Y'all definitely winning for sure. I don't see why y'all don't have a crowd because the Rams is kind of happy.
I mean, SoFi.
It's a bad year.
I'm going to ask about that. Like, how is he playing at that stadium? I mean,
SoFi is beautiful. That's the best stadium I played in. That's beautiful.
Yeah. These new generation of NFL stadiums are just,
Yeah,
they're insane.
What's the loudest stadium you've been in?
Oh, we played at Kansas City. That's
Arrowhead.
we played them. I think it was the first Prime Video game Thursday night. We played there. I'm pretty sure, and that thing was rocking like from start to finish.
I think it's the loudest in the league, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
That's what they say. It's the loudest.
They say that number one.
Yeah. And would you say that the Chiefs then are your favorite team to play against?
Favorite team to play against? Yeah.
Like that seems.
I like playing against the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean they're the best. They're the best right now. So like, yeah. And we always come close down to the wire with them.
Yeah.
Good team.
Yeah, always down to the wire. And I got to ask because our guy in the end over here, Simo, he's a big fan. Jay Herbo, is he that guy that can win you guys a Super Bowl in the next few years?
Yeah, I thought he could do it this year, but as a team, we didn't get it done. He's a real special talent. I mean, coming in, I heard a lot about him and just practicing with him every day and seeing his arm talent, his strength, his ability. Like this is crazy. Like it's some of these throws that are unreal are becoming like normal to us at practice, and it shouldn't be because he's a special talent, and I can't wait for him to just continue to grow and get better as a quarterback and finally lead us to a Super Bowl so everybody can shut up and realize how good of a quarterback he is.
Heard that.
A lot of critics. And I mean, Brendan Staley, even though, you know, some people have their doubts of him, I mean, he said that Justin Herbert is the greatest quarterback he's ever seen. And, you know, he's a reputable source. So we got to give that some type of tout, you know, and he does have that type of talent to where I think he could be a generational type of quarterback.
Absolutely.
It's just a matter of
definitely.
time, you know?
It'll all pan out.
Too. I mean, you guys are stacked over there.
It's gonna get more stacked.
You gotta beat the horse down.
Yeah. And Elijah asked, how do you prepare for a guy like Patrick Mahomes?
First, we got to keep him in the pocket. Heat him up back there. Don't let him get comfortable and give him different looks. I mean, you send the same look all day, he's going to dice you up. You got to mix up man because if you sit in zone, Travis Kelce is going to find those spots and it's going to move the chains all day. And you got to eliminate the big plays. I mean, that team feeds off big plays. It's kind of hard for them to methodically drive down the field. I mean, they do it every now and then, but they live off big plays, big shots, hype. Like, so going into the game, that's always the game plan. But I mean, it's easier said than done.
No doubt.
I got another fan question. How was it guarding Tyreek Hill?
It was a challenge. It really was. I mean, his speed. Yeah. His speed is crazy. You don't want him to run past you. You also don't want to play too far off where you're just giving up easy throws. And he's quick. That was my first start. Bright lights. I mean,
I know that.
I rose to the occasion. They was talking all week that our DBs were out and who was starting and how Tua and all of them were going to put up these unbelievable numbers. And I think we held him to like his worst game. So I was really proud of that. Just be a part of that performance. I mean, Tyreek is a special receiver and one of the best. And,
absolutely.
As a cornerback, you know, watching that Chiefs offensive line just hold the Eagles, especially a line as good as the Eagles, just hold them. You know, their corners are stuck on an island for however long. How does that feel out there, you know, when the offensive line just has so much time, you know, to work and you're sitting here as a corner trying to chase after these guys? You know, what's the feeling like?
Yeah, I mean, shit, that shit is hard. I mean, especially playing against the Chiefs. I mean, we're always told we got to cover these guys 2, 3, 4 times just because Patrick Mahomes, if you do get a rush, he has the ability to escape the pocket. So just covering those guys for so long after they're out here just ad-libbing, playing backyard football. Your back is to the quarterback. You don't know what's going on. You're like, damn, like, did he get sacked, throw it away, what? I mean, that's really challenging, especially playing against any quarterback who get outside the pocket with receivers like that. I mean, it's always a challenge. That's why we always give the credit to our defensive line when they're getting back there, putting pressure on the quarterback because that makes our job easier.
Absolutely.
Dope. So I got another question for you. This is my last question personally. How was your rookie playoff experience? Is there a difference in the atmosphere and gameplay in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, everybody saw what happened to us at Jacksonville, but
Yeah,
shit, that Jacksonville was rocking. It was a little chilly, but everybody was out there. It was loud, and all the vets were talking about when you get to playoff football, like it's different. It's different. I know nothing about it, and you honestly can feel like the tension and how close it is. Like even when you're up, however much we were up, like nobody was complacent on the sideline. Nobody thought that we had this in the bag. Honestly, we felt like we should have kept going, run it up on them because we owed them what they did to us at our stadium, and we knew that it's the playoffs. I mean, shit, they got pride too. Like they don't want to lose this game. They're gonna come out here and fight. So the playoffs, it really is a different feeling. Everything is magnified. The plays mean more. The pressure is more. I mean, shit, the payout is more. You make it to the next round, you get an extra check. I mean, it is something different. It really is.
And it's funny you talk about the tension because a lot of people, they're like casual fans, they're going to look at the game through the TV and they're going to say, oh, the Chargers let off the gas. Meanwhile, you're saying everybody knows we have to stay locked in for 4 full quarters, and it just happens sometimes. And people are going to sit here and speculate, they got lazy and whatever, but that really isn't the case. So I'm glad you're here to clarify that.
Yeah, people hate to realize that those guys on the other side get paid too. I mean, they're the best in the world as well. So, I mean, they got pride. They're not just going to roll over, especially not in the playoffs at their home field. Like, it's not going down like that.
Yep, Doug Peterson, that's a Super Bowl winning coach right there. He's not just going to let that happen. So, for sure.
Any other questions?
I got one more. Did you just a quick question? Did you ever play Trevor Lawrence when he was at Clemson?
Yeah, I think how many years? Probably 2.
2, right? Okay, so
2 or 3.
Seeing him now, what progressions have you seen from him particularly? Because I know these guys, especially on this show, have talked about him ad nauseum. Like, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? And what have you seen in his time, particularly from Clemson to now, that like changes him? Because obviously you guys played him in the playoffs. So what do you see from him?
He's poised. I mean, he threw how many interceptions against us, and he didn't blink. I mean, he has that it factor. He's able to lead a team. I mean, and when we played him against Clemson, they were always hot. He was always balling out against us, and I feel like he's finally getting back to that in Jacksonville. I'm not really familiar about what he was doing before I got in the league with Jacksonville, but when I seen him out there, I mean, it reminded me of him at Clemson.
Urban Meyer was coach. Not a lot of people know what he's doing.
For real. All right, dope. You guys got any more questions? Any more fan questions at all?
Elijah asks, which player do you look forward to going up against the most?
The best, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Like anytime you get an opportunity against quote unquote the best people in the league, this opportunity to show what you're made of. So anytime going against a big name receiver, I look up for that.
Awesome. And have you ever guarded Keenan Allen in practice? And if so, what is that like?
Yeah, my first training camp, one-on-ones. I was making some good plays on the outside. Then I went into the slot guarding Keenan Allen. First route, he left me on the other side of the field. I mean, he's so like quick and decisive. Like he's not a real burner, so he's not going to run by you, but he's going to make it look like he's running by you. And then as soon as he put his foot in the ground, he's out of there.
His route running is A1.
Sure. It is insane. I mean, I heard about it before getting into the league, but going against him every day in practice, I mean, that made me better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yep. And I got one more for you. So Andy had mentioned, how many games you had played at Wake Forest, how many snaps. What's it like being that durable? How do you keep up this type of durability throughout your career?
I mean, honestly, getting to the league and not playing as much snaps, I mean, my body is thanking me because I feel so much better, so much more fresh, faster, and being able to play at a higher level. But I was willing to play every snap. I mean, at Wake Forest, and I'm willing to do it for the Chargers too. I just love being out there. Taking care of my body is obviously important in the way to stay on the field. I make my money with being available. So, especially that's something I learned in the league that these guys around me, they pay a lot of money to be healthy and stay on the field, whether that's massages a week, physical training, literally everything possible. They do it.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Are we good? Good, fellas?
Yeah, I think that's all.
All right, Josh here. Yo, I appreciate you, brother. It means a lot for you to hop on and chop it up with us for a good 20, 25 minutes, man. And hey, we wish you luck next season.
Yeah,
Chargers is my second team. I've always been rocking with the Chargers. So I'm gonna be cheering for you, bro. You already know.
We appreciate you representing some small town guys over here, Ocean County. So we hope to see you at the top, bro. We're excited to see where your career goes for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. It's a great show. I'm gonna be tuning in a lot more. I mean, I'm in the off season, so I'm gonna be putting this shit on my laptop while I'm playing a game and show some love, man.
Hell yeah, bro. You're always welcome back on. Always.
That's love. You're always welcome. Yep, like you said, you're always welcome back on. Good talking to you, brother. Jahsir Taylor, y'all. Jahsir Taylor. Thank you again, brother. You be good, all right? All right. That was a good little interview.
That was awesome.
That was a good little interview. I can't lie.
Humble as hell.
Very humble, very intelligent. Seems like he got a good wrap around the game itself.
Bro, I would never think that he's a rookie. That was crazy.
Yes.
His intellect as a rookie and how much he takes away from the game off the field is kind of really what stood out to me. Just how much he soaks in from the environment around him. And I mean, it just shows you sometimes to be that guy and just sit back and watch everything, it pays off.
You gotta be, bro.
You see guys like that,
gotta be intelligent.
You gotta be. What it is coming out of high school, people everywhere is always that guy. There's always that guy. And you get every snap and all of that shit, you know what I mean? But then to go to college, that some people don't get every snap.
These are all that guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when you do have to take that step back and you know what I mean, play, get that chance and get that opportunity, you got to take full advantage of it.
That's awesome. The almost overused saying on ESPN is everybody here was the best player on their high school team. For sure. It's true.
It is. Everybody was that guy. And then you go to college and you're not getting every snap. You know what I mean? You got to take that back seat sometimes and then wait for that opportunity. That's exactly what he did.
And you could just tell he is a film guy. He's a scouting report guy. Oh, yeah. Every single player that we mentioned to him, he pretty much said the whole scouting report about that player. Yeah. So you could tell he's in that film room. He's studying the playbook. He's studying his reads. He's watching film, and a lot of youth needs to understand that, it's 10% when everybody's on the same level as you physically. It's 90% mental, 10% physical at that point.
Well, you got to get the advantage off the field. That's what it comes down to. The games are won by the inches you get off of the field. And that shows you right there. I mean, for a guy, he's only a year older than me, born in 1999. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. That is crazy. And, just hearing his intellect, I'm so happy he's on the Chargers. I think that they're going to see a lot of success within the next few years. That's a franchise that is on the up and up. I don't care really what anybody says. I think they're only getting better. So
I think so
better
too.
And younger. So
still building.
And I like their DB room, like you said, Samuels, J.C. Jackson. He has a lot of
good names right there.
A lot of great players to grow under, to build with. Yeah. So he has a bright future. And for a rookie that got drafted in the 6th round, he got a lot of fucking burn.
Yeah,
he got a lot of burn.
Even if it is special teams. Even if it is special teams,
he played 58% of the Chargers' defensive snaps this year as a rookie. So I can only imagine going into next year. I could see him starting at the nickel at least, bare minimum for sure next year.
Yeah, and I mean, even if not, the thing is, these cornerbacks that are in the room, they're on the outwards. So as he's entering his prime they're going to be moving on.
Right.
So he's going to get a perfect spot. He's in, like we're talking about, he's in a great room with mentors. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him for sure.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
So let's talk about the big game, guys.
Man.
Oh my God. Super Bowl Sunday happened a couple of days ago. And the Wizard just does wizard things. You know, he just likes to predict games, and
He's that guy.
he's that guy. You know, sometimes when I say Patrick Mahomes is gonna win the game on a game-winning drive, that's what happens. And you know, the big key I felt like going into the game was Eagles D-line versus
absolutely.
the Chiefs O-line, right? I
That
said
was
that
the-
was
that was
going
the
to
start.
determine
That
the
was
game.
start. Yeah,
The fact that the Eagles got no
no
sacks
sacks. Horrible.
just really,
Hurts my heart.
really fucked
Yeah.
y'all, bro.
Hurts my
really
heart.
fucked y'all.
It
man.
really that's the only really thing that hurts my heart, because the guy got no pressure, like
none.
chilling,
We got to talk
Just
about
serving-
Creed Humphrey,
just-
Joe Thuney.
just
I mean,
serving fucking
An
Travis
absolute
Kelce.
Orlando
masterclass
Brown,
Orlando
from that
Brown.
offensive line, bro. I mean, you guys saw that clip I sent you of Isaiah
Yeah,
Pacheco's
sitting on-
run. The
yeah.
amount of space he has, bro, that was absurd. And holding a defensive line that set the record for the most sacks in history, like that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Amazing performance.
I give it to that O line for sure. For sure, they got it for that.
We were
And-
speculative,
and that's what set apart the whole game is them allowing, even if he's hurt, still allowing him time to stay in that pocket.
He got hurt, and they said, "Bro, we got you. You're not getting touched again."
And I don't think he. I think
he
I don't
did.
even think he got
I don't think
touched
he
for a
even got
second. of
touched.
that.
And then he went
ran
4 for
for
4 for
I
4
was about to say,
touchdowns.
yeah.
Like,
and had
on
a 20,
drives.
30-yard run.
That
Like,
that first drive out of second half was about the most predictable touchdown in football.
I
can
mean,
see that
I
coming
seen
from
them
a
coming down the
mile
field.
away. Yeah.
I seen that coming down the field. There was no way they were.
Some may have placed the first half.
What
second
really
half bet
killed
on them,
us?
maybe.
This is what killed us, and we could keep going into it. And it's not even the holding. It's not even the holding shit. 3rd and 1, false start. Not even the scoop and score.
That happened a couple of times.
Not even the
to y'all,
scoop and
too.
score.
Yep.
Not even the scoop and score. Because that's what really killed us. Because if we punt that, then they have to go back up the field. But regardless of the fact, the false start is what killed us. That was 3rd and 1, and we wind up kicking 3 points. You can't do that with Pat Mahomes. You got to keep scoring.
I'm gonna be honest.
Keep scoring.
I said it to Andy. I think Nick Bolton actually had 2 touchdowns this weekend.
I did too.
I think that was a fumble.
I was completely on that. That was a fumble.
What do you guys think? I like we were.
Oh, the fumble with the
Miles Sanders.
yeah,
That's
that
not
was
fumble.
honestly
You
it was
gotta make an
50-50.
action- You have to make an action move.
He was he was in the middle of that action move.
It looked
But-
like when he caught it, he was already into the motion.
He heard.
I'm gonna
So,
put it
yes,
like
you
this:
feel me?
full speed, it looked like it wasn't a fumble.
It wasn't. It didn't
Half
look like
speed, slow motion, it was 50-50. And I guess
not enough evidence.
it's just not enough evidence for the turn for it to. I mean, actually, it was called a fumble, wasn't it? It was
On
called
the
a
field
fumble.
It was, so
It
they
was a
had
fumble
enough
return
evidence to
touchdown.
flip it,
It
and
was.
I don't,
So I mean,
Oh, wow,
it was good enough evidence for it to get overturned.
I feel like that was just good coverage. That was great coverage.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Great
I think
coverage.
turning around is a football move in my eyes. Because like, why are you turning around?
he didn't
Oh, because
completely
you know
turn
you're
around,
going
He
and
didn't
that
turn
was the
around.
problem.
Like,
He was that
He wasn't all the way
turn
turned.
around.
Okay.
I'm so mad Nick Bolton didn't get that touchdown.
What,
It
you
was
chaos?
dope. That
You
was
were the one guy with a Nick Bolton MVP ticket.
That was
Yeah.
tough.
We're about to get
That was
2
tough,
touchdown
man.
performance.
Listen, I give it to the defense. One thing, you seen Jalen show up. That's what it is. You seen Jalen show up. Everybody was saying, "Oh, the first 2 games he hasn't done nothing." He didn't have to. That's what I kept saying. He didn't have to. When the run's working, why go away from it? You feel me?
Mhm.
Jalen had to show up. He had to throw the ball. He did what he had to do. Came up short. You seen that he can keep going back, and he could do this. The defense did not show up. Defense did not show up. I said it. You got to put your hands on Travis Kelce. When we went to the Super Bowl, I don't believe Gronk did anything the first half. And then he came out the second half and started snapping on us. But that's the point. You got to put hands on him. And Epps was just getting dismantled. Like
Kelsey
he
was slicing
just slicing
them
and
up,
dicing,
boy.
you feel me? Secondly, that grass was horrible.
Oh, that was
Okay.
Terrible.
It was, but like the
Terrible for
Chiefs'
both
O-line
sides,
just
too.
dug in. Like that's the thing. You
I
didn't
mean,
see the
everybody
Chiefs'
was
O-line
not even
slip once, bro.
What I'm saying, everybody else was. You see Pat Mahomes slipping. Everybody,
Kicker.
even
Yeah.
Pacheco when he scored, when he went to do the
Yeah.
celebration, he slipped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They said they was preparing that grass for like 2 years.
Yep.
You know what I
Oklahoma
mean?
State.
But
All that
that's
for all
no,
that.
yeah, that's not that's not even no excuse. I'm glad that it wasn't a blowout. I enjoy the game. I'm not gonna be a salty ass Eagles fan. You know I don't do that. I should have asked Yasser how did he feel about the PI being a corner. You know what I mean? Do you get taught certain techniques that you know you can get away with? But
I mean, he got burnt. There was no either give up a touchdown or you try and get this
That's
off.
the thing.
It was a hold.
It was a hold.
It was a hold.
It was a hold.
That's
As
the
much as anybody want to say, oh, the rule is you can put your hands on anybody within 5 yards. You can holding is holding. PI is PI. That's a PI. When you hold and not let the receiver continue doing their route, that is a hold. So as much as everybody want to dwell on it, just you know what I mean. You got to take it what it is. It was a great fucking game. That would have been the real deciding factor. I think we really could have came up to the field in my eyes. I really think we
Well,
could.
that's what I
had
was
enough time.
gonna say.
We only had one. We had one timeout still.
Yeah.
So
Hindsight's 2020, but if you're in that situation again, Bradbury, just give up the touchdown. Get a chance,
Yeah.
like get down the field, give your team a shot.
absolutely.
And after that,
Because in my eyes, if we score, we're going for 2.
That's the
I think
opposite of McKinnon.
That's what I.
Probably.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean. McKinnon, you're smart for that.
No,
You're
I mean,
absolutely
That was a
smart.
pro move by
Bradbury,
McKinnon.
Yeah.
Bradbury giving up the touchdown is the opposite of the
Yeah.
McKinnon play,
Yeah.
you know, in
Yeah.
that sense. So
Yeah,
and they tried. The
absolutely.
Eagles tried. They
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hoped he had a brain fart and he did.
yeah.
Smart move.
Smart move, man. Smart move.
Amazing
Can't be
move
mad
by
about it.
McKinnon. Very similar to what Bradshaw did in 2011
Yes.
against the Patriots. He
Absolutely.
sat down at the
Yeah,
goal line.
goal line.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember
But
that.
that's what sealed him the game.
yeah.
And in these type of big games against Mahomes, period, right? The only way you're going to beat Mahomes in those type of games, whether it's an AFC championship game or a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter.
Say it.
If you leave even 30 seconds on the clock, you're cooked.
Cooked.
You're cooked.
He has
You're
that,
cooked.
He has
Yeah.
the ability to
You're
throw
cooked.
it anywhere. He has that power to get the ball anywhere on that field.
What was it? 13
So when they
seconds
left-
the Bills left them like
Yeah.
2 seasons ago. Come on.
So when you
That's not-
leave
That's like
5
Madden
minutes,
video game
Yeah.
numbers.
you leave 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
You let Andy Reid cook.
I'm just
He
like,
did the-
y'all
they
are
did
done.
the- They
Y'all
did the
done.
same play back to back.
It was
That's what
that
just
was-
made me so sad.
So
Because y'all seeing it.
Either of them could
the
be
big read that they were picking y'all on was that pre-motion snap, right?
Yes.
It was that pre-motion
High end.
digging,
Yeah.
like Tony go full sprint all the way up to the tight end,
Come
thinking
back.
that they're gonna go all the
High,
way with
yeah,
the jet
go high,
through.
yes.
But no, they dig
Come
in
back.
and come back.
Yes.
And that because the Eagles secondary was switching
Yes.
on the high,
Yes.
and they were overcommitting on that switch.
Yes.
That gave Tony
That
and
opportunity.
Sky
Give him the
Moore.
opportunity
the
to work
flash,
his
yeah.
space. Like you have
Bro,
10
they got
yards.
that. They
instantly.
got that from the Jags.
Yes,
They
they
got
got
that
it
from
from
the
they got it
Jags.
from the Jags. Yes,
That's absolutely what they did week 4.
and that's what
And-
good coaching.
Yes,
Once again, the 3 things I said
absolutely.
was what Patrick Mahomes, great coaching,
O-line.
and more experience.
Now, do we want to talk
And-
about like the lack of adjustments on the Eagles' defensive side, or is that just you're playing Patrick Mahomes? There's not much you could do about it. 'Cause I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Sirianni got a little.
He got exposed.
He got a bit
Oh, we
Fuck
in
talked
over
about
his
him, yeah,
head.
bro.
We
Fuck
know how we
that
feel
guy.
about him.
I hate
He
Sarah.
got a little too cocky in the second quarter, started talking shit a little bit, started feeling himself, telling
Yeah,
the Chiefs
how about
defense to fuck. When your own quarterback has to humble you,
He said,
that's a problem.
Second year
Chill.
quarterback has to humble you.
Yo, what it was is you gotta. It should have been no field goals. No field goals. You can't kick field goals with Pat Mahomes, bro. I'm sorry. We were going for it in 4th down damn near every time, and 92% of the time that little sneak is working every time.
Yup, it's
So-
not like y'all didn't convert a 4th down.
I know that's
Y'all
what
just
I'm saying.
punted it sometimes,
that's what I'm
and you
saying.
can't do that, like
And
you
we
said.
didn't even cover on that last one. Tony took it all the way to the 10. Like, yeah, I mean, it was just bad to watch. You know what I mean? Defensively. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Defensively, you came up short. when you let Pat Mahomes, regardless if he had an injury or not, when you letting that guy still have time to do whatever he
Let him
pleases,
cook now.
He's gonna keep doing it, bro.
He's gonna cook.
He's gonna keep doing it.
He's gonna
And
cook.
straight up, shout out to Pat Mahomes. I ain't saying I ain't gonna say I'm good the way we played offensively.
Yeah, I played a great game. Period. I really
good.
don't like. I give my hats off to the Eagles for the game. Like
Straight
I
up.
knew it was going to be a close game. I knew it was going to be one possession, come down to a field goal. I called the Bucker field goal at the end. You already know, but the Eagles played damn good. They played from start to finish.
Hey, listen,
against
in my
them.
eyes, Pat Mahomes is gonna be probably like the new Tom Brady.
Nah,
You're
see,
gonna have to go through it.
This ain't what we about to do. Does
What?
Patrick Mahomes coming into a team that was already a 11 plus win team constantly affect his legacy? Now we're not going to say
No.
that Alex Smith's
Nah,
Chiefs
you're not gonna do
were
that. to
balling
him.
out.
You're not gonna do that.
No.
Come on.
Sorry.
No.
Patty,
How
sorry.
much do you hate Patrick Mahomes
What he
to
did
do
in the
that?
last 5 years is nuts. That is
Come
crazy.
So where can we rank Patrick Mahomes right now?
Number one.
Well, now I'm not talking about active. I'm talking about all time.
all time.
I'm going like 3
Third.
already.
Third.
5 years into his career, he's
Third.
probably already the third
Probably
best
two
quarterback.
Is he
or
not the
three.
As far
Giannis
as-
of the NFL?
Third.
Like he's him and Giannis are like that.
No,
same type
he's
of
not a
guy.
Giannis
He is
because
not Giannis.
because Giannis has one game and one game only. Pat Mahomes can do anything.
He's like,
Oh, I get what he
he's
means.
like,
I thought he meant
I'm
like
talking
one
about
game of
legacy.
no disrespect. He's
Winning
like,
rings in your however many. I mean, Giannis has been in the league a little longer,
He's
but
like-
the guy's only however
he's
old.
a better version of KD. You got to.
I think personally, Patrick
Pat Mahomes did
Mahomes.
it all on his own, and like Giannis also did it all on his own. So I don't know.
I think Pat is going to be the greatest
Drew
quarterback.
He
Holiday
is.
disrespect.
Ever.
He is the new Tom Brady. You're gonna have to go through that, man.
As far as eye test goes, he's already the best in my eyes. As far as eye test goes, as far as like watching the game, him revolutionizing the game, he's gonna revolutionize how quarterbacks play in the future with the sidearm throws, with the his style of gameplay. You're gonna see a lot more kids coming out looking like Patrick Mahomes out of high school than
And
you're
less
gonna
like Peyton Manning.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
And
that traditional quarterback is gone. That's what the point I think.
yes,
saying.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. He's very
Brady was like the end of a dying breed. I think.
Yeah.
yes.
And he,
I agree.
that's who I feel like you. That's the person that you gonna have to go through.
He's gonna have to go
Super
through
Bowl.
Brady. Yes,
Like,
and
straight up.
with 2 already within 5. What this is his 5th year?
5 years, 2 and 5 years.
He's on pace to either tie Brady or break Brady. And honestly, if he could even tie Brady,
How old is?
how old is he?
27.
27.
Ooh, this is a great question. If you're starting a franchise tomorrow, do you take prime Brady or Pat Mahomes?
Not even a question. Tomorrow, I'm starting a team with, in this era,
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
For sure.
If we're going in Brady's era, I still think I'd take Mahomes.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Mahomes eye
the
test
player
wise is
himself
better
is
than
just-
Brady in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Because
like,
the thing is, I know
Arm
I could
power,
take
all that. He
I
got
know
it
I
all.
could take Patty Mahomes away from Andy Reid, and I still know what I'm getting. When Tom Brady left Bill Belichick, there was question marks as to what they were getting, and still he didn't even like. Sure, they won the 1 Super Bowl, but look at the team around him in Tampa Bay. Still,
Yeah, that
you know,
was a
like
stacked
all
team.
Tom Brady's teams have been stacked head to toe, especially on the defensive side. Pat Mahomes comes in with these not so great defensive teams and just balls the lights out on the offensive end of the ball. So I don't know.
him losing Tyreek Hill and still doing what he does speaks volumes
That's-
about how
sets
good
him
of a
apart.
quarterback he is.
Yeah.
Sets him apart.
And I was definitely, I said this to Andy B, I was definitely wrong in thinking that there could be a scenario where we saw a drop off in the Chiefs. I mean, I remember we did our preview of this division and I had the Chiefs second behind the Chargers. And it's just like, I can't even, like, that's craziness. And I also thought the Broncos
had
would
the
be good.
Raiders
I mean, a
for
lot of
second.
people did, but I mean, I thought this would be competitive in terms of
Mhm.
like all this quarterback play, but it's not even close. Like, it's not even a
Well,
competition.
that's another question I was going to ask. If you're a quarterback who's a free agent, and there's going to be a few, but obviously one name who's going to be able to go pretty much wherever he wants if his team traded him, they're Rodgers. Why would you want to go to the AFC? Because
Yeah.
truth be told, you have no shot.
Yeah.
You have to get through Burrow. I say Josh Allen very loosely. And then you have to get through, obviously, Mahomes. Why would you want to go to the AFC?
And
When really,
Herbert.
in the NFC, all you have to get through is Jalen Hurts. and maybe Kirk
And
Cousins.
that guy
Dang.
8 in New York. Yeah.
I
The
was
NFC is
trying
wide
to-
open. I'm
Yeah.
excited for the
Yes.
NFC.
And-
If
Yeah.
8 in New
The
York
NFC
is
is
coming
wide
up,
open.
the NFC's wide
Anybody, anybody. I mean,
And I want to talk about the
Jordan
Eagles
Love.
offseason. You're gonna have to pay Jalen Hurts something
Did you see
something
these-
crazy.
see
Something
the
crazy
number
this
they're throwing
offseason.
out?
He's probably gonna get like 50 a
They're
year.
throwing 50 a year.
He's gonna have to get 50 a year, bro.
he's gonna
The
have
way
to
he
get something.
performed,
He is. It's
and that
I
means
said
you're
it.
gonna have to let go of some motherfuckers.
I already
Some
know
old
who's
guys are-
going.
are
Yeah,
retired. Fletcher Cox.
Fletcher
out of
Cox
there.
is gone. I hope Jason Kelsey got one more, just one more. I want.
Y'all
one
not
more.
gonna be able to
Surgery on
bring
his
back Bradbury.
adductor. That's
Oh, Bradbury,
crazy.
no, you won.
Yeah,
him.
no.
We might
Bradbury.
have to
you
scoop him
guys
back
want him
up.
back.
Good
Hargrave,
job last season.
Hargrave,
Welcome
maybe. Nam Kasu, they're all going. I
They're all
believe.
gone. Yeah.
We're gonna play CJ. I think CJ, and,
Gardner Johnson.
CJ,
Yeah.
and Hassan Reddick probably stay.
I saw somebody talk about the fact that
That's
Uh,
your off season
somebody-
right there.
Yeah, and we
Your
got rid of
draft. You
we
got
just
the
got
10th
rid
pick.
of our OC and
Oh yeah,
defensive
don't they pick him like
coordinator.
the top 10 or something?
They got the
We
10th
got
pick
10th, yeah, I was
in the
gonna say.
20 or whatever.
Saints,
Yeah,
30,
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now, what about what Debo said about the fact that their defensive line makes their cornerbacks? And like he has respect for Slay, but everyone else is chicken, and they've just been.
He
a
said
product.
Bradbury's barbecue chicken. That was
him
crazy.
and
Yeah.
Gardner
CJ Gardner
Johnson.
Johnson has 6 picks this year, so
But is he a product of the D line?
he was
What I'm asking.
he got those regardless if it was he was picking shit. Let's go back to he was been picking shit since the first week. So
No, I think CJ's a dog. I think Bradbury's
CJ's
a dog too. I think they're all
they are
very, very
the-
high
the-
level.
I mean,
corners.
the offense. I mean, the defensive line does have some type of, they do get their credit for that too. But you can't discredit them for not showing up. They were like the best corners for like the first like 6 weeks, 5 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? So you can't discredit them for not showing up just because the defensive line, you still got to cover. What do you mean?
Right.
Now, Mr. Robinson, I got to ask. He says no argument against Mahomes being top 3 all time already, but if we look at Brady at 40 and say he joined a stacked team, why can't we hold that same standard when it comes to Mahomes?
Well, Brady was drafted into the Chiefs. That's and
Mahomes was
Into the
drafted there.
Patriots, but like what the Chiefs weren't even stacked at the time. I mean, it's not like he came into the Jamal Charles Chiefs. Like this was a washed up.
Well,
team that he
here's
came
another thing.
into.
That team was even if you consider them stacked because they did have a lot of good weapons. They've had obviously Hill. They had Kelsey.
Hill
They
and
all
Kelsey
they
way
drafted
young.
him
I
though.
mean, yeah.
They drafted him though. So like it's fair. It's like the Warriors.
Nobody
Like the
knew who
Warriors, yeah.
Tyreek Hill was, so stop.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know,
nobody was thinking that he
Even-
was a good pickup when they drafted him.
I've never
So don't
seen
do that.
somebody dislike Patrick Mahomes like that. That's the thing. I'm like confused.
Like you get what I'm saying, right? Like
you're trying to
they-
find ways to take shots at his
yeah,
legacy,
like you,
and I don't know why.
Because
I'm a little
because
suspicious.
he had like Travis Kelsey and Tyreek Hill. My real talk, y'all really probably wasn't even paying attention to who those players were until Patrick Mahomes or Alex Smith started giving them their like flowers a little bit.
yeah,
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, they made their
Then he
their weapons.
exposed how good they can actually be. Now he has weapons.
Andy Reid's a genius
Come on,
in
bro.
general. I mean,
He is
Yeah.
a genius.
He's an
Andy
evil
and he
genius
likes
so much.
cheeseburgers.
where does
Dude.
enemy?
great food.
So the Ravens just hired the Georgia offensive coordinator as their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You two are both Bulldog fans. So
Oh,
yeah.
I-
How is this offensive coordinator?
I
Can you
think-
talk about him real
I
quick?
think it was Ja who tweeted at me and asked how he was. Like,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, in terms of college, he's the greatest
Who got
offensive
him?
coordinator. The Ravens.
Ravens.
The Ravens?
He's the greatest offensive coordinator in Georgia history. A pretty good history.
Absolutely.
He's obviously was the best in college, which is why he took the jump. He's done this leap before. Didn't work last time, but I think the NFL is kind of what Georgia was kind of running their offense as. I think with Lamar, he'll be able
That's
to.
what I was about to say.
I'm not going to say that
Y'all
you
running
can
pro
compare
offenses,
Stetson at all, but like they run a certain.
I was about to say,
similar
it's not
type of
that.
offense.
Yeah, I was about to say with what if you look back in the last 2 years, what Georgia has been doing with the run game, it's very similar to what Lamar likes, and it's a good style for him. I don't know what else he can incorporate with it, and that's what we're gonna say.
They just need to get him a receiver.
Should be
Yeah, I
interesting.
was gonna say it's
Receiver.
tough. Like how you're expecting a guy to come in. With
I think the
zero
Ravens are
weapons.
finally going to give in and get Lamar his wide
They
receiver.
They
have
need one.
to.
They're going to
bro.
have to give
They
in and
have
give it to him.
They have to.
I could see like a Keenan Allen going there.
Yeah.
There's so many talented wide receivers
That-
in
that
this
are
free
about-
agency.
Yeah, that
pool,
about to
like,
be free agents. Yes, absolutely.
I know the
Yeah.
Giants might take one or two of them, but The Ravens are definitely going to be looking as well, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Super Bowl odds. There was some early Super Bowl odds. Do you have the graphic, Matt? I forget the odds.
I do have it. I wasn't ready for it, but I got you.
We're going to do some very early Super Bowl predictions. And then we're going to move on to NBA.
Here we go.
All right, so we got some very early opening odds here.
Now, I was telling Andy B, Tampa Bay at plus 7,500 intrigues me because I feel like not to win the Super Bowl, but to put a bet on them and then say they go out and they get a quarterback. Like that's all that team needs right now to be a contending team, at least a wild card fringe type of team. So I feel like at plus 7,500, it's worth sprinkling a little bit because if say they go out and get Derek Carr, that's going to instantly drop to around 3,000 and you make your money back instantly.
Who do you think the Bucks will wind up getting? Do you think?
That.
I think Jimmy G or
Bro, if they get Jimmy G, even better in my eyes.
I was thinking like a
That's
Jimmy
a
G.
good fit for him.
Cook, bro.
That's a good fit for him.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think
Jimmy G.
I
has
don't see
Buccaneers
Derek
written all
Carr
over
going
him
there.
right now.
I see Derek Carr going to the Saints, like I said.
I like Derek Carr to the Saints. I like Rodgers to the Jets and or San Fran.
Yeah, go to San Fran.
Not San Fran.
Go
No,
to San
no,
Fran.
no.
A-Rod.
Las Vegas.
If A-Rod wants
Vegas,
to go,
yeah, Vegas, true.
if A-Rod wants to go, I would go to San Fran.
I feel like
Because
there's
that's good talent all around him. He has good talent.
They could, if the Niners would win it,
They could go right at.
they could win. They could beat the Eagles in the playoffs.
yeah, for sure,
with Rodgers,
for
in my
sure,
opinion.
absolutely, damn sure could.
I feel like there's a lot of teams on here that I'm thinking this strategy about where you could put money and then ride it out and end up cashing out for more money because I feel like the Jags are another team that we're going to see kind of rise to the top a little bit. Plus 2,500, I feel like they could be again in this Final Four scenario where all of a sudden their odds are not plus 2,500. So
Do you see? Is there cash out options in Super Bowl
There
futures
is,
though?
but I
Yeah,
don't know how
there
long
is.
it takes.
It takes a long. It probably takes all the way to the
I'm talking about
playoffs
if
before
you're
you can
like,
cash
yeah,
out.
if you're waiting
Yeah.
until like week 10 to 12 of the NFL season and the Jags are all of a sudden looking at a 12-win season, then their odds are not going to be plus 2,500, you know, and then you're looking to cash out. And that's exactly what I mean with Tampa Bay too. Because if they get that quarterback and you have them at plus 7,500 and all of a sudden they win a few of their first games, you're looking at a great scenario.
The
But
Lions would have won that on that list. I can't.
There's a
believe
question about the Lions, by the way. How
Yeah,
do you feel about
honestly.
Jared Goff?
that's
And
a joke of a list right there. If you put the Lions at plus 2,500, I mean, look, they had a really good end of the year, but like, are they going to upgrade a quarterback? Who are they going to get to upgrade a quarterback?
nah, I don't think they need to upgrade a quarterback.
You
bro. I
think Jared Goff could
Get a
win a Super
defense.
Bowl?
Bro, that boy's been rocking.
he
What?
went to the Super
Like I
Bowl.
said,
He's been rocking.
Like I said,
He had
I would
a great
love to
year, in my
see
opinion.
Lamar
He did.
go there. I would love to see Lamar.
I don't
go
think it's
there.
going to happen.
I don't
I'm
think he
just
leaves
saying.
at all,
I'm
but
just
Yeah,
yeah.
saying
Lamar
that would be a good setup for Lamar because that's a good run game. They got a good run game. They got two good running backs. They got a good set of wide receivers. Defense is not that bad, and they got draft picks.
Yo, I don't
So-
know who commented this, but bro must live in a world where Sundays don't exist because saying any team will beat Philly is wild. I mean,
I
What-
said they could beat Philly with Aaron
what
Rodgers in the
happened?
playoffs.
what
Like,
happened
It's
this week?
factual, bro.
I mean, I guess I watched football this Sunday.
Yeah,
The
saying
fuck?
beat
Anything
Philly.
will
That's what I'm
beat
saying.
Philly
Like
is
a
wild.
team beat
Under-
Philly. That's
We're under the cap. What was he saying?
Yeah, but you're not going to be under the cap once you extend your quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that
we still
is a
gotta pay
miss.
Jalen regardless, and we gotta pay. We're gonna have to pay CJ Gardner-Johnson and, I
And
believe
Hassan
we're gonna-
Reddick,
yes.
Reddick
This
too.
and
That is your
also
offseason.
just assuming that you're going to turn a first round pick into a star and or like another a player drafted that's going to make an instant impact. Like this doesn't happen every
Yeah,
year.
everybody's
you
not
guys,
Sauce
you guys
Gardner.
also had the easiest schedule in the NFL. Let's not forget that, and that's not going to be the case next year. So we'll see.
Now they play every
and
team.
you just
that
lost
finished
your
in first place.
offensive and defensive coordinator.
It's gonna
so
be
Nick
a good one.
Sirianni actually has to coach football games.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of happy because nobody was gonna respect this season.
I still
Nobody was
don't.
gonna.
Next season is where
Nobody-
you're gonna
yes,
get a big
That's what I was
respect.
about to say.
If y'all
Nobody
do-
was
yeah.
respecting this season. Nobody like, I mean, soon as Pat Mahomes got hurt, what did Eddie say? Congratulations,
congrats,
Reese. And I'm like,
Mickey Mouse,
and I
yeah.
literally said the game is not
I was like,
over.
bro,
Eddie.
I was
That's
just
what
thinking in my
saying.
head, shut up.
I'm like, the game's not over at all. We don't even know if he's out.
I think it was the quickest switch because he came into the group chat like in the middle of the third quarter and was like, "Oh, look what's happening! Look what's happening!" And like, I'm like,
get
dude,
outta
you
here,
were
bro.
literally just giving them the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah.
This
Like,
is how
Ed.
Ed argues in such a way and talks in such a way that he thinks he can never lose the argument.
I can't wait.
That is
There's no
Ed.
winning with that, man.
He'll go from Nick Mullins is the GOAT to,
Brock Purdy was.
Brock Purdy is the
Like,
best,
I feel that.
and he'll figure out a reason in his head why he's not wrong by saying what he says.
That's
but-
gonna be me next year with Jordan Love. Just letting you. I'm gonna be so toxic.
Hey, I fuck with Jordan Love. I think he's
Happy Valentine's Day, Jordan Love.
yo.
Did you see the NFL posted that? That was,
This is a sick Negro.
that was an NFL tweet. That wasn't me.
But I will say this: if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Niners, I got the Niners winning the Super Bowl. Period. That's what I got. That's what I got next year.
They're running it back.
Taking the
with Trey
Bengals at
Lance or
plus
Brock Purdy.
900.
Who?
Nah,
Bengals
I
at
don't.
Plus 900.
The Bengals had their fun. That
The
was
Chiefs,
it's a wrap.
That's the question.
The Bills will beat the
I mean,
Bengals in the playoffs next year.
I don't want to say like we could say can they beat the Chiefs, but like the reality still is that record's in Joe Burrow's favor. So like,
True.
Like they fucked up with the Burrow head, the mayor, all of
That
that.
was dumb.
But
No, they're cooked.
still
They're cooked
good
against the Chiefs. Nah, they're cooked. That
I
shit's
don't
over.
think the Ravens should be thrown out either. If Lamar was healthy, I still think that team would have competed.
I think so too.
But I don't think they beat the Chiefs.
The AFC stacked compared to the
They're
NFC.
not. It's a wrap for Cincinnati.
I'm telling you, boy, the Bills is
They're
going
gonna
to
lose
smack
T.
on
Higgins,
Cincinnati.
probably.
Watch, they're losing T.
Bring D Hop.
Where?
To
I
the Chiefs?
wonder where
I
D
think
Hop
they
is going
have
to go,
money, though. That's
man.
the problem.
To the Chiefs, that would be
They were able
tough.
to give Juju
If
like
they give
$9
him
million,
that-
so they have money.
If they give them that, boy,
Boy,
That's-
it's going
might
to get
as well close
scary.
casket
I would like the
AFC.
Giants to go after him, but I don't think we're going to go after him for whatever reason. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting offseason, to say the least. I'm looking forward to it because there's going to be a lot of movement going on. A lot of great players are going to a lot of different places.
He was on
And-
Pat McAfee today. He told you exactly what's going to happen.
Aaron Rodgers is taking
Said
hard
18
drugs in a
years,
dark room right now.
Oh,
Contemplating
no.
his
Come on.
future
It
in
starts
football.
Thursday.
Oh, sorry.
Get it right. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Come on, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a.
He's
4-day
finding himself, all
It's
right?
only a 4-day
Yeah.
bender, Thursday through Sunday. It's not the whole week. My bad.
By Monday, he'll be on a jet to New York.
Yeah.
That's what,
It's like that's just crazy, bro.
he's a weird dude. He really is. 18 years, man.
18
18 years he was in Green Bay.
I fuck with Aaron Rodgers. Motherfuckers want to talk shit about Aaron Rodgers going on ayahuasca trips.
I'll never talk anything bad about
Look,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers.
Nah, he does his
He
thing.
always
He
got
is-
spiritual
He
balance.
did everything he needed to do
He got
in his
way.
career, period. If he wants to go out, be spiritual,
Go
take a
for it.
very powerful psychedelic and find yourself, then that's what the fuck he needs to do. Shit. Because honestly, mentally, yeah, he's not locked into football like he used to, but it seems like he's a lot more chill. He doesn't fucking like bitch and cry like he used to over the past couple of years, or be like, you know what I'm saying? Like as angry. He's not as angry anymore. He's not as like
Bitter.
Cool comment.
standoffish anymore. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He's a
Yeah.
lot more chill, and that's what happens when you do those type of trips.
No,
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
get these
so.
jokes off though, for sure. I'm
gonna let you cook, though. I'm gonna let you cook.
I'm gonna get these
Word to
jokes.
Leonard.
And, but I got to give a shout out if you could hit the applause button for Josh Peck. Apparently, bus drivers give good information. You got it, Josh. I was confused, but you got it, bro.
I was rocking with you, Josh.
So
I was rocking with
What
you.
were you? What did you do?
He had insider info that the Eagles were looking confused from a bus driver that he knows over in Arizona. And apparently, the Eagles were looking like a bunch of lost puppies at the airport, and that was a reason that
And
they
the
were
Chiefs
gonna be
knew what they
flustered.
were doing.
Yeah, and the
Fair
Chiefs
enough.
looked like
Well,
they'd been
yeah,
here
that's
before.
fine.
And I mean, shit. I don't know if it had an impact instantly
Lost
on the
puppies.
game,
Where
but
was the
it
Super
ended
Bowl
up
the Chiefs won?
being correct. So
It's about experience, like I said.
What
It's
was-
Where
about
was
being
the Super
there.
Bowl that they won, the first one? Was it in Arizona? Or am I just
No.
tripping?
no,
I don't
because
know.
they change it every year.
I
wanna
know, but they had it
say-
in Arizona a few years ago. I think Kyler Murray's rookie year.
Oh,
I think
I'm
it's-
not
I
sure.
don't know. I
Not
forget.
sure. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greats, but that man has choked on the biggest stages.
No, his defenses have choked on the
That as well. That as well. this free agency will be nuts with quarterback movement. Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
We said that last year too. It was some movement, but
it was in Miami as well. Sorry.
Yeah, the big names that moved last year, we saw a lot of them move, and we're gonna see it again this year. I feel like that's gonna be the new norm in the NFL. Just guys are gonna move every year.
Yeah, I mean it's becoming more like the NBA in terms of the
pro.
players have the power. You know,
It's
they
the
can
pro
go where they
standard.
want to go.
Yeah,
I like it. I know a lot of people like, for example, in college, everybody
It's some
talks about the
WWE shit though.
Yeah.
Like,
we need more balance. I feel like it should like.
The NFC needs help. Like it's looking like the East and West.
Oh, you're right.
You know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think it just makes for. I mean, obviously, the AFC playoffs were far better than the NFC playoffs this year, and that's going to be the case every year. But competition's competition. I don't care who's on the field.
Because you
The
think
NFC
about
gets
it,
competitive
the
then.
NFC was way more competitive than the AFC all the way up until this year.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
while.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Mahomes was
mean,
pretty
in
much running
history.
through shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't
But,
know. I don't know.
Let's hit the NBA, guys.
I'm with it. Talk a little NBA before we get in.
Yeah, crazy ass trade deadline. A lot of movement. A whole lot of things happened. Kyrie to the Mavs. That's gonna be cool.
KD
What
to
was
the Suns.
KD to the Suns?
We actually did get to talk about Kyrie going to the Mavs. We didn't get to talk about KD to the Suns though, and that's
No.
honestly way more exciting to me because
Yeah.
I think this is a ring right now potentially
This could be a ring this year.
this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it kind of
I
has
agree.
to be this
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Like,
It's do or die for Chris Paul.
Chris
I was
Paul
about to
is-
This
say,
is the
it's
Chris Paul legacy year. This
for
is it.
sure.
This is it for
He
Chris
gotta
Paul.
snap, bro. He got to show up in the playoffs, bro. I'm not trying to see another
This is it.
downfall ass playoff series that he just sucks. man.
I wish Ed
I
was
don't
here
want to
right
see
now.
that.
We might have to get memes cooking if Chris Paul loses like now. You know what I mean? Like get one a week going. That
Prepare
way
them
when
now.
it comes and he actually does, like if they lose, we have him on deck. Because I think that will be the downfall of them if it comes down to it, is Chris Paul can't be a scorer anymore. I don't think he has it in him. I think he can facilitate.
I don't think he has to be anymore.
He really
He
don't.
doesn't have to be.
We'll see.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
The
have to
entire
be.
offense. I mean, they have
That
one
whole
of the
team
better
stacked.
centers in the league. In my
Aiden,
opinion.
yeah.
Aiden.
Yeah,
They have
He has to
obviously
step
the
up, bro. He
greatest
can't be
scorer
soft.
maybe of all time. Oh,
yeah. They were
He-
trying. Weren't
yeah.
they trying to
So-
trade him like earlier? in the
yeah.
season?
But then
He's
they gave
been
him
wanting
And Chris
to-
Paul,
Yeah.
they're trying to trade too.
Yeah,
wanting to get
I
traded.
think they see what they got right now, and they about to light a big fire under the.
The only thing that concerns me with Phoenix is their bench now. They got rid of
It's
Cam
gone,
Johnson.
pretty
They got rid of Michael Bridges
Oh,
And
my
that's a
dog,
tough- that's a
man.
tough loss.
He's a dog.
because he's a beast. And that's going to hurt them defensively and offensively because they were both 3-and-D guys. So, I mean, who is on that Suns bench right
You
now?
almost wish they could have kept
Torrey Craig?
Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
You wish they could have kept him, but he just wanted out.
Who's on that? Who
That's-
literally? Somebody tell me who's on the Phoenix bench?
campaign.
Campaign?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Holy shit! All right, who else?
Yeah, I'm gonna check actually for you because I don't
I
really.
I can't tell you, bro. And just like the Sixers don't got a fucking bench either, and that's their problem.
Yeah, they traded the whole crib for Harden, and yeah, that didn't end up well. But let's see.
Damon Lee.
I feel like
Damian Lee. Yeah, Damian Lee.
Damian Lee's not bad.
I mean, but really, they got Bismack Biyombo, Landry Shamet,
TJ
like,
Warren.
Isaiah
Shamit's
Rainey,
okay.
TJ
Wainwright.
Warren.
Yeah, they got TJ Warren in
TJ
that
Warren
trade
was
too.
actually a good snap.
That was a good
That's
snack.
a-
That was
He might
good.
be the only
That was
bench
underrated.
piece. He might
Yeah.
be the only bench piece that they really have cooking offensively.
Landry Shamet.
Campaign will get you a little something, something.
Campaign.
Campaign,
Campaign's ugly as
champagne.
hell. Campaign's ugly. He went to China for 3 years and came back all of a sudden getting buckets. Ed says, "Stay single. This shit not it."
This is a sick Negro.
That's
We'll
hilarious.
explain that one to me off camera.
Shout out to Ed. We miss you, bud. But we here with Andy. Fuck
Here with
you.
Andy B.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy trade deadline. The Knicks getting Josh Hart, great pickup as we saw,
Hey.
27 points last night.
Josh Hart was the perfect move for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like we didn't like give up a crazy bag for fucking Zach LaVine or OG Anunoby or anything like that.
The OG Anunoby thing will never I won't understand it. You're buying on potential of what is he 26 right now or something of that. He's
Yeah.
not super young. Like whoever makes that trade in the offseason is gonna make a big mistake trading for
You
OG
think so?
Anunoby as much as they're gonna get.
He's valued so highly because of how good he is perimeter defense.
Yeah.
He can lock up the 1 through 4.
But 3
easy
first round. I
money.
mean, we just saw KD go for what 4 first-round picks, I think it was.
Yeah.
So like you're telling me OG Anunoby's a 3 pick guy? No. There's no way.
Yeah. Shout out to Brooklyn restoring, faith in the market now, getting things a little bit cleared up after that Rudy Gobert trade that absolutely ruined
Thank God.
basketball.
Thank God. Because it really it's the biggest reason why Donovan Mitchell isn't in Nick right now is because of that fucked up Gobert trade.
Last offseason is going to be studied. The GMs are going to have their brains studied for why they traded so much.
Well, there's always one
guys.
huge trade in the offseason that they give up their whole future.
I thought that Rudy Gobert one was going to set the NBA back for years.
Yeah.
Like they got lucky that this year
it regulated.
The Nets were kind of forced to do it in mid-season, and it's going to probably regulate it.
I feel like it wasn't talked about enough. The fact that the Cavs were handicapped to not making deals this deadline because they went.
What was the number on that one? Was it 6 first-round picks?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
6 and a protected second.
Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, Markkanen,
Sexton.
Walker Kessler. It was a whole
Sexton
bag.
was a sign and trade, so I'll give him that one. That wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And you're sitting here now just with the same team that you started the season with, hoping that you could stay afloat.
Yeah,
with
some
these
teams are able to make
better.
big deals like Mike Muscala. You're able to get guys like that.
He's a good. He was splashing that shit in his first game.
That's all they need.
That's all they need is a Steve Novak type,
Steve Novak, a dog.
Yeah,
dog.
Fucking. You know what I do like, even though. Like, we've been talking crazy about the Nets. We've been, us Knicks fans have been talking cash shit to the Nets fans ever since the KD trade because of obvious reasons.
Because fuck them, that's why.
Yeah. But
that needs to be on here.
I do respect Mark's and crew of building the roster to what it is right now. They have a good young core.
It's not bad, but I did see something that was like they have to cut guys because they almost have too many solid players. Like they don't have anybody that's, maybe Mikal Bridges above anybody else, Cam Thomas maybe, but they don't have anybody that's a standout, and then everybody else kind of is Like everybody has the same role almost.
I think
they're all good young
average.
players, bro. They'll find their guy via drafts. I feel like, but the starting lineup of Cam Thomas, Bridges, DFS, Clax, even Royce O'Neal's decent. They got guys off the bench. They got Seth Curry still. They have
DFS.
Ben Simmons off the bench.
They
have a lot of good defenders. Yeah. Let's put it like that. They got a lot of damn good defenders. And I think they're in a lot better shape now than they were a week ago, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy saying when you had Kyrie and KD on your roster a week ago.
Yeah.
They got lucky that they didn't set themselves back another 10 years like they did last time.
And they got 7 picks and all those young players out of it. They made out well.
Yeah,
they could have been a lot worse.
A decent core of a couple of young guys who Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton. They had some of those guys already.
And they should have fire sold off Ben Simmons. I would have sold him for. I would have attached a first to get rid of Ben Simmons.
There's a rumor that he has literally no value.
No, he has zero value.
No, I would have went into the negatives. I would have went into the negatives
they
just
might
to get
have
rid
to
of him.
actually deal something to get rid
Yeah, I would have gave up a first.
I don't even know if a first gets it done. Like he's making that much. It would have to be.
Well, they gotta wait a year.
Sacktown probably would have took it because they were fiending for him.
You need to find a team desperate enough that needs a guy that's literally just a salary filler.
Nobody knows nothing. He's just fucking a beast, bro.
No, like just a salary
basketball and fucking model. Like that's it.
His
wait a minute.
First of all, his starting lineup is crazy. Though.
Straight up, he needs to just.
His roster is crazy. Have you seen the bitches he be rocking with? He be having some baddies.
Some model bitches. Go ahead.
I'll give him that. He's got them.
He's got Riz. He's got the Riz.
He's got Riz.
His on-court Riz, not so much.
Nah.
Not so much. In terms of getting buckets, not productive in that department.
So, which teams got worse?
The Heat.
No.
The Heat didn't do anything because Pat Riley. I'm gonna tell you why they couldn't make any moves. 2 people, Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson. If it wasn't for those 2 contracts, they'd be in a very good shape.
Yo, I'm not even kidding, bro. I said this to Andy B. I went to the Knicks game where they played the Heat, and Kyle Lowry came onto the court. It looked like bro had back basketballs in his shorts.
Bro.
I'm not even, bro. No wonder he gets no
This is
burn.
a sick Negro.
Bro, it was
What?
insane,
Kyle
bro.
Lowry look like he
Just
eating
to play,
good.
yeah, Kyle
Double
Lowry.
caked up.
Good, bro.
Kyle Lowry
On a
is
Tuesday.
eating exquisite.
Bro.
It's just vibes out there.
That's what it
And,
is, though, bro.
bro,
When
he-
you Miami got good ass food out
Great
there,
food,
bro.
He
great
got
women.
paid and he's chilling.
He is
bro.
getting fat as hell.
Ski Mask Hall of Fame.
Not
for
even
sure.
worried about
Ski
the
mask.
Yeah.
First
Not
ballot.
even going to the workouts and nothing,
Him
bro.
and Duncan pulled a
he got-
heist.
He got big as hell. Pause. During that trade off, like he didn't look like that at Toronto.
No, he was he
Skinny.
he gained a lot of weight in Miami. And obviously it's the end of his career. He knows it's the end of his career.
Yeah.
He knows he's in a vacation area.
And he's like
A lot of
5'7",
beautiful
so
women, a
like-
lot of great
bro.
food.
He looking like Eric Snow.
Like,
Like so why
Dead
it's
ass.
wild.
Oh my
Like
God. Yeah.
for real, man.
That's tough. That is just tough. He's on
you-
some Eddie Curry.
Because y'all was talking a lot of shit, in the beginning. So how y'all think my Lakers pickups were?
so I think you guys had a pretty decent trade
Right,
deadline.
right,
I really
not bad,
do.
right?
They were working with nothing and they made it into a little something.
a little
I
something.
knew,
a
he
little
was getting rid of us. It was about that time. It was about that time. Him and Pat.
But
Bev.
that-
This was your first opportunity to get rid of Russ because he's an expiring contract at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
True.
And that clip.
If y'all could have got him off last year, y'all would have been did that. But it's just too much money and too much time left on his contract. But the
Had to
fact
leave.
that y'all turned Russ into D'Lo, who else?
Bamba.
Mo
Bamba,
Bamba.
yeah.
You got somebody else too.
That dude from Sacramento.
No problem.
Sacramento.
Did we get that dude from Sacramento? Nah, he's not from Sacramento.
No, but I just thought it was hilarious how you have that clip of LeBron and he's just like, all right, guys, 1 minute at a time, one possession at a time, we're gonna like win this game. And Russ is just like, hey, let's have fun though. Win, lose, draw, let's have fun. And that's when everybody was like, yo, get him out of here.
nah, G.
Get him out of here. That
You
ain't
trying to
it.
win.
That ain't it. We're here to win basketball
Right.
games, bro.
I mean, that's solid. I mean,
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
The Thomas
It's the-
Bryant thing, like you got draft capital off of it, which I guess was necessary, but he was playing very well. But
Y'all
then
should
again,
have
I didn't
he
want to
wanted
get rid
out.
of him.
he wanted out
he
apparently
did?
because once
Oh.
AD came back, he didn't feel he was getting enough playing time.
True. Very
I
true.
mean,
Bro,
hey,
just like wait like 5 days and you're gonna be back on the floor. Like,
right
come on.
back. I mean, maybe that's why they got
Mo
Mo
Bamba.
Bamba.
Oh, yeah.
'cause he got maybe a little bit more durability.
Oh yeah, and Mo
I
Bamba's
mean-
nice, bro. He's gonna be good. They need a rim protector like
I
that.
wouldn't
so-
say he's nice, but
I mean, he's gonna be a good.
He's gonna be
a-
grabbing them
above
boards.
average backup center. That's what
I'll
he is.
give you that.
Because Anthony Davis, isn't going to be playing center all of the time. There's going to be some times where they're running a combo of Mo Bamba and AD.
AD,
so,
yeah. Maybe LeBron too with that and D'Lo.
what's going on? Hey, welcome, bro. Welcome.
Me personally, the best thing about Mo Bamba is the Sheck West song.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
I really
Yeah.
haven't seen him do anything.
That boy hasn't done nothing to deserve that song.
Tim,
Yeah.
just let it go, Tim. Your evening wasn't ruined like anybody else's, bro. It's okay. You can let it go.
Who won on Twitter? AJ Brown or Juju? I mean, I guess Juju's coming away with a ring, so I guess he wins by
He
default.
really
but
wins.
Okay, can we
regardless.
talk about that real quick? Let's talk about that Twitter exchange between Juju and
He gets ass.
Bradbury and AJ
Bro,
Brown.
you gotta
Like,
expect that from this fucking come on, like it's
Juju's a
Juju, bro.
cornball,
He's
bro.
a cornball, bro. Do you expect that from him? I wouldn't even have showed him any attention. I would have waited and hopefully we play him again and just fucking blast him. Straight up. Doing Twitter fingers and all that shit don't work. I just I look forward to trying to play him again.
I feel AJ Brown, and AJ Brown is right ultimately, but
Yes,
he took the L on that
yes,
exchange
he is
because
he went.
you
at-
lost, bro.
Just like
at
all
the end
of-
of the day, and you're
just-
showing your
I
feelings.
was about to say,
Yeah,
just
you
like
lost and you're
just
showing
like
out.
We've been talking about all of this 49er shit. It's the same shit. They want us to. We want the 49ers.
He was
to
talking
shut the
cash
fuck
shit
up.
to Debo, wasn't he? Somebody was talking cash shit to Debo before the Super Bowl on the Eagles, or AJ Brown was talking shit.
I don't know.
But-
It might have been Bradbury because he don't like him.
Yeah, they got beef.
Yeah,
So, beef.
It might have been him.
Tim
you know
thinks
what I mean?
AJ won. I don't. There's just not a
Nobody
world
won,
where
bro,
AJ
because AJ ain't win, so it don't matter.
And me just
If
the
he
Eagles fan,
if
so
he
that's
really
tough.
saying if we really saying who won, it's Juju. Because regardless, he did
Who's gonna have the
exactly.
ring on their finger.
Yeah, but not even that. Look what it did. Gotcha. You fell right into my trap,
You-
and that's
you
what.
did.
And
You
we
gave
know
him the publicity
and we,
he
Yes,
wants.
exactly. We
Mhm.
all know Juju's a fucking cornball TikToker. Of course, that's what everything that you said, AJ. You knew what he is. So why even go into?
He
saying
played right
anything?
into his trap.
Right into his trap.
Juju's
So
a clout demon.
If I'm gonna say
you know?
anybody that won, it's the person that really won in the first place.
Yeah.
Because Juju
It's
wasn't
Juju.
mad during the whole exchange. AJ Brown was the mad one, and the one that gets mad is the one that loses at the end of the day. In
absolutely.
these Twitter exchanges and in this internet society,
Yes.
whoever gets mad and shows that they're mad, lost.
Everybody
For
is
example,
mad
online.
Devin, he blocked me. Devin Marquis.
Oh my god.
Like you're mad online. Like what did Tyler the Creator
That's how
say?
I
Like,
know y'all
close the
lost.
laptop,
Y'all lost.
you know?
As soon as
And I
you
didn't
hit
even
the
say
block
nothing to
button, you
Devin.
lost.
I didn't even say nothing to him. And he blocked me. I'm like, bro, come on, dog.
Hey
Yeah.
man, listen.
At least let me say something. Let me get something off real quick.
Everybody
Bro.
was like, "Oh, how you feel?" Like I was sad or anything. Bro, it happens, bro. I'm not even mad. It's Pat Mahomes. At the end of the day, you can't be mad at it, bro. You can't be mad at it. If I and I'm just saying this because I don't want to lose, but I'm saying if I wanted to lose, that's exactly how I wanted to lose. You know what I mean? Like we went out swinging straight up,
Y'all did.
and you can't take that away from us, even though they would have, regardless, because they would have been like, "Oh, you got Pat Mahomes hurt," and then it was regardless. It would have been. I'm ready for next season because then it's no excuses. There's no easy schedule or none of that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
The schedule's lit next year.
Next year.
NFC East
And I
schedule
believe
is
we played-
lit.
I
boy.
think we
It's
played
lit.
the Chargers. We
We play the AFC West.
It's up. Ass teams.
It's up next year.
So yeah, I don't want to hear none of that shit next year. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you ain't gonna be
So,
able to hear none of
yeah,
that. We
so-
gonna see who everybody really is next year. That's for sure.
But we know for all of that Jalen shit, you might as well hang that shit up because
There's no
for
debate.
a long time, and we got a long time for as long as that guy is gonna be in the league. You're gonna have to deal with that guy.
I'll tell you one thing.
Definitely gonna.
They will never win a game on a Hail Mary. That's for sure.
I ain't even gonna say nothing on that because you know what I already said about that.
I'm pretty sure he
So,
slipped,
he
right?
slipped, but we're not even gonna go there.
That
We're
is-
not gonna go there with that.
It was a sus throw.
It was
I
a
can't lie.
good. It was. I love the memes that everybody been seeing.
The little
whole
baby arm.
Like I said,
So, yeah.
he could have slipped, but like I'm gonna get these jokes off.
Yeah, nah,
Right.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I laughed.
Content.
I laughed. Hey, I'm laughing at all of this shit, bro. The Eagles pack, all of that shit. That whatever Pat Mahomes that was him. I'm laughing at all of it, bro. I'm not a sore loser, so you can't do that shit with me. Because
Better
I'm the
that way.
most realistic person that you're gonna be. I might be the most realistic Eagles fan that is on the fucking Corey shit.
Yeah.
So
most sports, yeah.
I believe I am. I take that spot. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I need that.
Thanks for not being as shitty as the rest of the Eagles.
I don't want to be because it's
No,
already
respect.
There's enough shitty of them already. I mean,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
enough Rickies in the world.
Yeah.
We need a few more Beaches up in here.
You over here, guys. Tim agreeing with
Enough
fucking
Devins in the world.
You got Tim agreeing with AJ being fucking Twitter winner. So come on, man. Like,
It
we
happens.
can't do that
It is what it is.
for
Feel
sure.
that. Feel that.
All right. I got one more topic left, and then we're gonna wrap this up. LeBron getting the scoring record.
Yeah.
Congrats, Bronny. Or Bron, my bad. Congrats on your great accomplishment.
Where do you think he can get to?
I have no fucking clue, honestly.
I think he's got 5 years left in the tank.
No, I'm saying like what number? He's at 38. Almost
Say get
39.
38.
He's almost at 39. It's like 38, 8.
I'm gonna say he gets to
800 and
42.
something.
41, 42 around there.
42-5. 42-5 for me.
I think he has 3 years left in him.
I think he wants
I
to
think
play with
3 good
Bronny,
years, but I
so
think he's gonna play 5 total.
Yeah, I think he got 5 more for sure. He's got a lot.
He's
I don't
made
know,
it
though,
kind of
'cause
clear
it's-
though. He only wants to play like a year with Bronny, and that's kind of it. for
That's
him.
it. He's gonna play a year with Bronny,
So
and he's
that's 2
retired.
years, 'cause
I don't-
Bronny has
he's
to
not
go
even
college
gonna wait for
for 4
Bryce. I don't feel like
No,
Yeah, no.
Bryce not.
that's 3 years.
Bryce is like
they just switched
LiAngelo
that
Ball.
age thing though, right? Didn't they do that?
He can come out of high school now. I'm pretty sure.
no.
No, not yet.
It's something.
he has to come.
it's-
He'd either have to go to a G League team for a year or go to a college. He chose to go to college, so he's got his final 3 out. But
What are the final 3 schools for Bronny?
Oregon, Ohio State.
He's going to
I think
Ohio
it was
State.
Duke. I'm
Yeah, it's Duke. The last
like
one's
80% sure. Yeah, Duke.
Oh yeah,
He-
Duke
It
is in
sounds like
there?
he's going to Ohio State.
he's gonna go to Ohio State though. I feel like
Yeah.
because
But I
that's where
think
Bron would have went.
Oregon's because
Yeah.
of Nike. I think that could also. That's the
Phil
reason
Knight
they're
gotta-
on that.
He has something in his ear.
And
We'll give
they
it to
Yeah,
him.
really like-
Oregon definitely got that NIL deal.
They
It's gonna be
said
nuts
that-
regardless.
So-
Regardless.
I
a
would just
random-
go there and snap and
Literally.
just get that bread for real. Straight
a
up.
random college coach said it's almost impossible to recruit the guy. Like they have
They
to
can't
set
get in
up
touch with him.
meetings to
Yeah.
set up meetings. Like
Yeah,
that's how
facts.
impossible it is.
I don't even know if you're not Ohio State, Oregon, or
Dude, if you're
Duke.
not,
If you're not the literal
Top of the
coach
top.
of the like, or
Literally.
literally Coach K, like
you're
walking.
Yeah, I
gonna
was
have
about
to
to
be
say,
a
you
legend to even get on the line with Bronny. I don't
Yeah.
even know why some of these colleges are even trying to even get in his ear. It's not happening.
Yeah.
This is all
I
politics
don't know
right
if
here. bud.
obviously I'd want the player. I don't know if I'd want the fanfare of it. Like it kind
You're
of
gonna sell a lot of
Yes, you
tickets.
do. I was
You're
about to
definitely
Yes, you
gonna
do.
sell your
Yeah,
ticket.
I was about to say,
Put
yes,
Bronny
you
Sell
do.
out every game,
I
bro.
was about to
Please.
say, yes, you do.
No,
'cause that's
I don't
what's-
mean as
it's
I don't
gonna
mean as
sell
an
out.
NBA team. If you're an NBA team, obviously you want. I mean as a college. I mean
It's
like
gonna
if
sell
you're
out,
a
bro.
college team. I don't know if you want.
That's
It's
gonna
be a distraction.
like how many like the colleges they keep playing each other like right they play each other more than once right during the
What do you mean?
season.
In their
As a
conference,
In
yeah.
their yeah.
So
it's
I
a-
would want that. That's gonna just give you more ticket revenue, all of
Sure.
that. You're gonna get
Sure.
more money.
Jersey
Yeah,
sales.
all of that shit.
Mhm.
Definitely. I would love I mean, that's good for them. Hopefully he like, shows up and shows out and makes it like some Zion shit. So
Yeah.
that's
That'll
what
be
we for sure.
That NIL deal is gonna be nuts. Whoever
Oh.
gets them is gonna have to pay them
I think they
a
they
good
estimated it
five
like
to
8
10.
million.
Yeah,
They
5 to 10
estimated it at
million.
8.
I was guessing. Yeah,
Yeah.
per season.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gonna break the record regardless because it's like
he's already
he's the
top
first
one
super
already.
duper
He's
crazy athlete
estimated, I
during the
think, I
NIL
think
era.
Bryce Young in his career made 10 million. Other than that, I think
Zion was just a little bit late.
Just a year
early.
late.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Those
sorry.
NIL deals, he's like
Zion
top.
would have got
He-
crazy bag.
He's
Bet you
top,
can't
though.
Guess who had the first ever highest NIL deal? There's no way you get it unless you have TikTok.
Travis
tell you.
Hunter.
Livy Dunn. You guys know who she is? The You guys don't know who the
Who?
LSU gymnastics woman is?
No.
Wow, you guys. Oh damn! All right, if you go on TikTok, look her up. She had a $2 million deal before she even played a single. Or I guess what do you do when you play gymnastics? I guess do gymnastics
gym- a
before she
meet.
even did a meet.
Yeah,
She had $2 million just from
Nice.
TikTok. That's
Wow.
the type of era.
There you go.
I feel like there's gonna be a player that's gonna smash that 2 million. That's easy though.
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm
did
pretty
you
sure
see
there
what
was
it
a
was?
there's a
Before she
quarterback
did.
that fumbled a $3 million deal or something like that.
There is a
Florida
list.
had a $15 million.
There is a
deal
list,
in place.
and I think what's her name is first. Archie Manning,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Arch
yes.
makes
Oh,
like
Arch Manning. Whew.
and
Yeah,
then
Arch is
it's
insane.
like
He's
Deion
gonna be a
Sanders'
dog.
son,
Yeah.
and then it's Bryce. I mean, then it's Bronny.
Ronnie. Yeah. You're right.
if you had a famous.
And Arch is going to Texas. I can
wanna
only
say
imagine
Arch
what
is
that
in Texas.
NIL.
I think
is.
it's $9 million a year.
I
Nine?
think
I
Yeah,
wanna
it's
say
like
this is
9
nine.
million. Yeah,
He
Then
deserves
it's-
it too.
Then
He's
it's
a fucking beast.
then it's like Deion Sanders' son. He's getting buku
You see,
money,
Ar-
too.
Archie Manning already lost his
I
ID.
saw that. Lost his ID on his
Somebody
first
found
day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually did.
That's
His
weird.
student ID. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I see.
awesome.
It's a wrap.
Archibald was not
Oh,
the
yeah,
name I was thinking.
Yeah. No, come on, dude. This is the Manning family. We're going with something classy, authentic.
You know,
Definitely
Elisha Peyton is probably the most regular name.
Yeah.
Cooper, I guess, too. But Elisha
Cooper.
and Archibald.
Yeah.
Common.
Nice.
You said the most common or like
In
Like the
that
most
family.
regular name out
In
of
that family.
Elisha,
Elisha?
Archibald,
Elisha?
Cooper, and Peyton.
No,
What the
Peyton
heck?
is.
Elisha
That's
or
Eli.
Elijah?
Elisha.
Shaw.
Elisha.
I don't
Yeah.
like that.
S-H-A.
I
Eli.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
had no
Elisha.
idea that was Eli's name
S-H-A.
either.
E-L-I-S-H-A.
And Archie, those sound
Yeah,
like some-
Archibald.
They sound
Yeah.
like they're rolling in some old school.
They
shit.
Oh,
they
yeah,
sound like
I
they
mean,
Amish for
They
real.
down
for real.
south. They from there down south.
Yeah, those some
Colonel
down south
Sanders
shit. Yeah,
stuff.
straight up.
All right. We gonna wrap it. We gonna wrap it up. Hey, it's been a great episode once again. We had a great interview
Hell yeah. Shout out to
Wait.
Jasir.
with Jasir Taylor. That was an awesome interview. We're gonna get some more guests in here. We got a big announcement coming next week. We're gonna get Nico Storetti in here next week, and
yeah.
we're gonna have some announcements to make. And it should be lit, guys. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday, same time. You know the vibes. Get ready for some clips. Make sure you follow us, like, subscribe on every platform, and
Put them in your favorites too on TikTok.
yeah, put your notifications on about
Send them
us.
to a friend.
If you
Didn't
really,
know-
if you really
didn't
fucking
know
with
you
us,
could see
Yeah.
that when
Yeah.
you do that.
Oh yeah. Send it to your
Gotten me in
mom. Show
trouble
your
before.
dad. You know,
tell
send the videos
everybody,
around.
tell a
Right.
friend,
Put in
tell
your
a
group
friend.
chat, all of that shit.
And guys,
man.
if you're, rocking some MoSports merch, if you're rocking with us on the TV or anything like that, take a picture, send it to us. We'd be more than happy to share it. We want to hear, we love hearing all the support. We love hearing that you guys love the content. So, it's a cycle, and you guys help us, and we love it. So we appreciate you all for the support, and we will catch you guys later.
See you.
Peace.